Good morning, class. I am your teacher, Ma'am Jonalyn C. Delatari. And but before we start our class, may I request somebody to lead the prayer. Okay, Miss Shara, can you lead the prayer? Amen. Okay, can you take your seat? But before you sit, can you pick up some papers under your chairs? And please arrange your chairs properly. And then, who is your class mayor of this classroom? Okay, Miss Grace. May I know who is absent today? Okay, there's no absent. Okay, palakpakan ninyo mga sarili dahil walang nag-absent. Okay, class, I have prepared our classroom rules. Listen attentively to the teacher. Raise your right hand if you want to answer or ask something to the teacher. Always respect the idea of others. Be respectful all the time. Okay, class? Understand? Okay, class, let's proceed to our motivational activity. I have here a picture. Okay, class, what have you observed in the given picture? Okay, Mr. Tindugan, you see a paper. Okay, Miss Jana? Also a pencil. Okay, Miss Jana, can you give me a number 1 to 10? Number 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Mr. Gerson, can you please stand? Okay, here is your question. What is the purpose of the paper and pencil to the students? Mr. Gerson, what is your answer? Again? Okay, the answer of Mr. Gerson is the paper and pencil is the tools of the students in a learning process. Okay, Mr. Gerson is correct naman, di ba? Because paper and pencil is the tools in the tools of the learning process, because like for example, also paper and pencils can assist us. Like for example, class, na kanang di ba ka na mag-quiz ta? Di ba ingon si teacher na, okay class, tomorrow we'll have a long quiz about our discussion yesterday. And then mauna to si teacher nagpa-quiz na, and then after checking, nakita nimo yung score na, wow, dako siya. Mingan pa lang katong gamay score na, gamay sa kong score. Next time, study ko. So, di ba, ma-assist ang imong learning, ma-assist ni imong self na kanang need na ko maningkamot, need na ko mag-study like that, di ba? Paper and pencil is very big impact to us, because maka-learn man tag kanang, di ba, kanang also like for example, og nakasulaton, paper and pencil pod kay kanang like wala nang pong ganahan ka mag-drawing, di ba, sa mga kids class na kanang ganahan kay sila mag-draw, like for example kanang bisag ana-ana o baglis, di ba, useful kay ang paper and pencils to us, or even to the mga kids kay ganahan kay jud sila ng paper and pencil kay kanang like for example, magdili pa jud sila makabalo magsulat, di ba, magbagis-bagis bisag unsay mga form of line, mga shape ang ilang mabuhat, di ba, very big impact the paper and pencil to the students, also to us future educators then. Okay, class, but before we proceed to our discussion, let us read first our objectives for today's lesson. At the end of the discussion, the students will be able to familiarize the traditional assessment tools, value the importance of the traditional assessment, and make an essay about the given literacy piece. Okay, class, let's proceed to our activity for today's lesson. Are you familiar with the game Jumble Word? Okay, I know that you're so familiar with that Jumble Words, kay mao na jud na siya ang nakasanayan sa mga ginagamit sa mga teachers. Okay, here is the mechanics. The class will be divided into two groups. This is a group 1 and a group 2. The teacher will be show the jumble words in the screen. Okay, mamaya ipapakita ko mamaya. And then the students will have to arrange it with their groups. The first group to finish the task will be given 10 points. Okay, class? Need yun mo mag-cooperate with your co-groups kay aron matagawan mo 10 points, because that 10 points I will be recorded at 1. Okay? I have here letters, and then mao ni siya yung i-buo niya kay I will be showing a jumble word in the screen. And then, nana siya mga tape. And then, kamo na bahala mo kung niya matanggal niya. Okay, class? Understand? Okay, nagasinabot na. Okay, the first one. The second. Okay, class, hinay-hinay lang. The third. The last one. Okay, I have seen that the group 2 is the one who finish. And the group 1, mapagani sila ng umano. Okay. Okay, class, panglingkod na. Go back to your seat, class. Okay, let's give a piggy bank to the group 2. Kasi sila mo dyan nakauna. Okay, group 2, can you list your members? Because, can you list your members in a 1/4 sheet of paper? Because I will be record that 10 points. And also group 1, can you list your members in a 1/4 sheet of paper? Okay, let's give a piggy bank to the group 2. Okay, you know what is piggy bank clap? Okay, wala. Okay, teacher will do. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oink, oink, oink. Okay, let's do it together. Okay, class, please stand. This one. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oink, oink, oink. Oh, very good. Grabe makatawa nila. Okay, ang inyong mga nabuo nga mga words kanina is a matching type, a multiple choice, essay, and the last one, true or false. Okay, class. Okay, class, wait for a while. How do you find the activity? Okay, Miss Aranges. Okay, enjoyable, engaging, balag na nga dos mo na kay tungod kay kanang mahatag si mama 10 points sa akin sa ma first. Kasi ma first na group. Okay ba? Di ba enjoy at least nakabuo mo mga words na ingato para ni teacher, di ba? And then are you familiar of those words? Okay. Okay, Miss Aranges, can you give me a number? 1 to 5. Okay, number 2. 1, 2. Okay, Miss Maymay. Miss Maymay. Are you familiar of those words na kanang this one, this matching type, this true or false, and then essay and matching type? Yes, Maymay. Okay. Thank you, Miss Maymay. The answer of Miss Maymay. Miss Maymay is familiar daw kay syempre kanina mga type of test is makita nato ni siya during our examination, di ba? Or during summative or kanang mga quizzes, di ba ginagamit din ni teacher every day or quarterly. And then okay, Miss Maymay, can you give me a number 1 to 10? Okay, number 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay? Miss Mayormita. Okay, can you please stand, Miss Mayormita? Here is your question. What is your basis upon answering those words? Okay? Miss Mayormita again. Can you please louder voice? Can you please louder? Okay, the answer of Miss Mayormita is your prior knowledge daw. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Miss Mayormita. Okay, class. Okay, class. What do you think is our discussion for today? Okay. What is your answer? What is your answer, Miss Tanchado? It's all about type of test. Okay. Okay, as our topic for today's discussion is all about traditional assessment. So, may I request everybody to please read. Traditional assessment tests are taken with paper and pencil that are usually true or false, matching type, or multiple choice. These assessments are easy to grade, but only a selected application. Facts are memorized data at lower level. So, lower level thinking skills. So traditional assessment tools class is a conventional method then because it has been used for a long time. Mauna niyang nakagawian sa mga teacher pa sa una, di ba? Di ba kanina nagpakita ko mga picture all about the paper and pencils. And in sa atong activity, di ba gipabuotan mo using a jumbled word, ipabuotan mo mga nabuo yung mga words na true or false, matching type, multiple choice and essay. Di ba? So that is a part of traditional assessment. So ang traditional assessment is more on paper and pencils. So kanang traditional assessment is more on memorization, kay kanang more on mind. Dapat need mo focus sa mga top discussion sa imong teachers kay at the end of the class. So wala ka balo may teacher, okay? Please prepare 1/4 sheet the paper kay we'll have a quiz. So masyak lang ka, dapat you need to focus the discussion of your teacher, okay? Okay, Mr. Gonzalo, naminaw po man na diya sa loyo? Okay. If naminaw pa, unsa tong gingon ganiha? What? Can you please louder? Okay, it's all about traditional assessment. And then ingon pa daw sa traditional assessment is easy to grade. Kay it is easy to grade bitaw no kay kanang for example multiple choice have only a one correct answer. Kana siya mga distractors but isa lang jud ang pwede nga answer sa iya which is ABCD na. Si Mamay maganda. Oo, A, oo. B, hindi. C, A1. D, I don't know or ano. So ang answer, oo. Oo, nangatawa na po lang sa likod. Oo, syempre, maganda naman, di ba si ma'am? Okay. Okay, class. Let's proceed to the purpose of traditional assessment. So, the purpose of traditional assessment is to evaluate the students have learned the content to determine whether or not the students are successful in acquiring the knowledge, to ascribe a grade for them, to rank and compare them against standards or other learners. Okay, class. So, ang purpose daw ng traditional assessment is to evaluate if kamo ba ng mga students naka-learn ba sa kanang gidiscuss ni teacher, if kanang naka-learn ba mo or wala ba mo naka-learn or wala ba mo na nakutlo nga gamay na sa discussion ni ma'am o ni sir. And then ang traditional assessment po, di ba, sa meaning kagaya na sa traditional assessment, it is easy to grade. Kaya kanang makabalo naman koy K nay kanang mga K na mga answers. And then it is easy to grade, di ba? And then class, traditional assessment po kay kanang more on kanang competing to the students. Kay kanang gina-rank man gud ni ma'am kung siya ang pinaka makuha ni ma'am kani siya na bata mo siya pinaka bright. Rank means siya ang first, siya ang second, siya ang third. And then mao na ma-evaluate ni ma'am kung kinsa ton mga bata ang kanang hawd niya na hawd sa kanang hawd. So let's proceed to the traditional assessment tools. So the first one is true or false test. So a test consisting of a series of statements to be marked as true or false. Just for example, the statements is all about the realities or all about the facts. You will be going to answer it true. If the statement is all about not in reality, so it's all about fantasy, you're going to answer false. Okay, class, understand? Okay. So the second one is a multiple choice test. It is a form of assessment in which students are asked to select the correct or the best answer out of the choices from the list. So all incorrect answer are called distractors. So like what I said earlier, that multiple choice is you will be going to choose the best answer, and those all incorrect answers are called the structures. So let's proceed to the third one, which is the matching type. So matching type test is a measures the ability to identify the relationship between a set of similar items, each of which has two components, such as a word and their definition, causes and effects, problem and solution, and etc. So I know that this matching type is very familiar to you students because always na siya ginagamit in elementary level until now. It is very useful, the matching type. So fill in the blank test. So consists of phrase, sentence, or paragraph with a blank space where the students provides the missing words or words. The best examples of the fill in the blank test is the enumeration, because you will be going to put the correct answer. Just for example, who is the president of the Philippines? You're going to answer Ferdinand Marcos Jr. So Ferdinand Marcos Jr. is the correct answer. So let's proceed to the essays. It's a test that requires the students to structure rather long written responses up to several paragraphs. So essays means that there is a question you will be going to respond. Either response is a long or a short, but it is a what I mean that nakanang igo siya sa mga pangutana. It's very tumpak, kanang matumpak nimo dayon ang imong ikatubag ana na question. That is like a class. Let's proceed to the advantages and disadvantages of traditional assessment. So the advantages is easy to score. Teachers can evaluate students more quickly and easily. So, like what I've said earlier, nadali na dyan kay ma-evaluate sa teachers. So, objective, reliable, and valid. So, it is all reliable and valid tests. So, it's also less time to do and easier to prepare, easy to administer. So, that's all the advantages of traditional assessment tools. Okay, class, namin napabantanan sa likod. Okay. Okay, let's proceed to the disadvantages of traditional assessment tools. So, the first is provides teachers with just a snapshot of what the students have truly learned. So, just for example, if unsa lang itong itudlo ni ma'am, maulan jud to'y mahibalan sa bata. Not in other assessment that i-perform jud. And the second one, provides students limited options to demonstrate what they have learned, usually limited to pencil and paper tests. So, limited option lang dyan siya, kay atong tools na ginagamit lang jud is the paper and pencil lang jud sa una. Diba? Dili, not just like in a authentic assessment that you can perform and you can experience all that, and if unsa pa to ang imo mga skills na need mo pakita is ma-show jud mo siya. Just not like a traditional assessment is more on paper and pencil test. Okay, class? Do you understand? Okay, very good. Okay. Do you have a question about our discussion? Okay? None? Okay. But Teacher Joannaline have a questions, okay? Okay, Miss Alisa, can you please stand? I have a question to you. As a future educator, do you prefer to use traditional assessment in your teaching strategies? What is your answer? What? Can you please louder your voice? Okay, thank you, Miss Alisa. So, Miss Alisa said that as a future educator daw, pwede po daw niya buhaton ang traditional assessment but in the blended way daw. Kaya gusto po daw niya she want to use also the authentic assessment. So, in the real words, gusto niya ipa-feel sa mga students niya na ma-experience po daw, because in the Dale Cone, ina Edgar Dale Cone that ang pinaka the best daw, ang pinaka the best na kuan is kanang ma-remember jud sa bata is kanang ma-experience jud niya. Just for example, kanang field trip. Diba? Okay, class, I know that you understand all about our topic in a traditional assessment. So, I have here to prepare about the question. So, the direction is the class will have to make an environmental essay about the story of ang Alamat ng Anay. I know that you familiar about the Alamat ng Anay because na-discuss na ni siya yesterday. Okay, class? I know it is very refresh ba yun sa inyo na story kay because yesterday panigi story na ako. And then, essay, you will be going to make an essay about the Alamat ng Anay. Okay? Nakasabot ba, class? Do you have any questions? Okay, wala. Okay, let's proceed to our... So, I have prepared this question to you to assess if naka-learn ba jud mo. So, the first questions is answer the following questions. So, the first question is, in a one paragraph, explain what is the importance of traditional assessment. And then, the number 2 question is, give at least 4 strengths and 4 weaknesses of traditional assessment. So, understand ba, class? I know na hoping na nakasabot mo sa atong discussion karon because wala namin nangutana, so ibig sabihin kasabot ang tanan. Okay? Okay, class, for your assignment, using graphic organizer, differentiate the traditional assessment and the authentic assessment like what said Alisa kanina. So, you need to differentiate those 2 assessments. So, asa ibutang siya, class. So, in a short bond paper. So, tomorrow I will be collect that one. So, please, class, buhata ang inyong assignment because that is a big points para madungagan inyong grades. Okay? I don't want to... So, do you have any questions, class, about the discussion for today? Or any clarification? At the back, na pa ba yung mga questions? If wala na, so... Class, thank you for cooperation and listening to our discussion for today. I hope na namoy na learn sa akong gidiscuss karon. Na ba, class? Nangatawa man na. Basig wala, ha? Napamay pangutana. Basig namoy na libugan. Can you please raise your hands if naapadyo ka libog, ha? Para tubag ni teacher. Wala na, Jod? Okay, thank you. So, goodbye, class. Okay.